Good morning, good evening, good night, whatever time in the world you are. Welcome, race fans. We got a few Bicky casts today. I might be doing a little bit of comms here and there. We're gonna see. I'm gonna mostly focus on the tracking, just to make sure that we can visually see what's happening on the screen. I did see Exit and Ruse there at level 1 white. I missed what black magic was. But it looks like we got a black belt start. I didn't see which the white or the black was forced, but it looks like both of the classes are being used. So this should be an interesting start. I did manage to pull the Blursings. Black belt has Hurt Undead. The white mage has Hurt Dragon. And the black mage comes with Clean Magic. So it'll be interesting to see how this pans out. See if we pick up a fighter, if we decide to go full out on the black belt strats. Looks like both of us are heading into Toph. We are, at least on Soleras' side, we're checking to make sure it's not chime lock before we save. Fleury is YOLOing it and just hoping for the best. We've got a heal stick pulled out. That's, you know, a bit of money, a bit of cash early on. That'll help us with some spells as we move forward here. A cap and a falchion. So the cap's nice for some absorb early. The falcon's really not going to do much for us though. Alright, into Garland. We have Fire, Warp, and Quake. We're going to opt for Fire strats on Soleras' side. Let's see what Fleury. All timers. We'll get that. We'll get that rolling. I knew there was something I was missing. Soleras is through. We're getting the ship from the king. And the canal out of the princess. So we can just sail the high seas if we so choose to. I think we're... That's roughly what the timer says. I got someone clicking buttons for me behind the scenes. Thank you, thank you. Whoever's clicking buttons, I appreciate you. Alright, so both sides, we're through. We've got the ship, we've got the canal, we're heading Provoca. We're going to see what we can pull out of the... oh, we're just skipping the tavern. Soleras might be just full out black belt strats. We do have Nuke, level 2 black magic. Nuke is wonderful to see early on. Let's see what white magic holds for us. Fade. Alright, so Fade and Nuke. This is amazing. Thank you, Franklin. I do appreciate you. I see you edited as well. Thank you, thank you. You are wonderful. Alright, so Fade and Nuke. Level 2 magic. This is great. We have Warp also level 1. This is going to be hopefully a pretty quick seed for us. Soleras opting to save before talking to Bicky, just in case things go south. We did pick up a fighter on Soleras' side. So fighter in the Provoca clinic. Maybe we're just hedging our bets and just to see for now. If we can find a grind tile for that black belt, maybe we'll go ahead and take that. If not, you know, we have the fighter back up just in case. Oxiel pulled from Bicky on both sides. Still need the key to get to, and the key and the floater and the canoe. So the Oxiel is not going to be much help for us now. We're going to be hoping for something in an item shop here between Elfland and Crescent, or something from the Sages to get us moving. Most likely a canoe. Be interested to see if we can get a floater early on. Floater early on is great for movement, for helping out with skipping out a lot of the overworld fights. We just don't want to have any overworld fights. That looked like an early encounter off the hard reset on the Fleury side. So Desert Grind may be in play. So far Fleury has opted to not fill their final slot. Maybe we're holding out for a thief. Maybe we're just going to go a 3-man party with a black belt carry. Fleury heading, Fleury and Soleras both heading straight for Crescent Lake. Make sure we get that free item. We'll see what it turns out to if we have to go find a shop item in Elfland. Pete's taking the black belt down. Pete's Expiate's not being very nice to us. Nuke and Fade will clean that up for us. Get us a few more levels, some gold. Herb pulled from the Crescent Sages, so that will put us towards Elfland. It looks like no shop item here in Crescent Lake. Seems like Soleras is throwing the fighter in the front, so black belt is off the table for us. We're just saying no to the black belt. We want to take that fighter. Xcal is an incentive item, as well as the power bonk and the roost stick, and if we can find those for our fighter, we're gonna be set. We would like some other type of weapon for chaos, of course, but with enough power, we can make the Xcal work. We do have the black belt, so eventually we'll find a tail, be able to get promotion, make sure that we have access to all of our spells. Fast being the one that is very elusive to us. Hopefully we don't see that late, but remains to be seen. I completely missed what was in one of the magic shops here. I don't think we have the money for it anyway, so at this point it's not worth it. Alright, Fleury heading into the Inner Sea to head to the Herb Turn, and it looked like Soleras was heading towards the southern Elfland dock. Yes, that is where we're going. Alright, Black Magic level 3. I saw Quadex and Lit 2. Quadex is a nice pickup. Can help us finish off as Fiend later on. Cure 4 at a level 3 and Heal 3. Both very nice spells. Would like to see them on separate charges, but also being early enough, it's not the worst thing in the world. We are going to go back and grab Quadex for that Black Mage on Fleury's side. As I said, it's a nice finish off. Fleury is checking shops, or clinics, so maybe we are hunting down for a thief. Houses for rather cheap, 901, that's not bad. Alright, Soleras is going to give us our first look at what the Herb Turn-In turns into. I saw Temper over there at level 4 Black Magic. And Fog and Wall. Wall is what we're looking for sure. Right, now Rod pulled off the herb, so we're going to send us down into Earth Cave. Earth Cave is post Rod. So that's where we're going to find our incentive item, down on the 4th floor of Earth Cave. Soleras now grabbing magic up at the shops. Fleury's kind of trying to decide what we want to do here. We are heading towards Earth Cave, of course, that is the play. We have nowhere else to go at this point. Marsh Cave is not an incentive item in these flags, neither is Ice Cave. We can get to Ice Cave anyway right now, but yeah, Temper at level 4. That is great to see. Yeah, and it was just Wall at level 4 white as well. Alright, down into Earth Cave we go. We are going to check the grind tiles. Does appear that Fleury is hoping to do a black belt carry here then. Nothing nice on the grind tiles, at least on the Hall of Giants. So Giants and a group of badmen. We don't want to take badmen. Badmen are bad. Opting to check the common earth grind style, spike tile. Just gargoyles, not something we were looking forward to, but we do get rewarded with a shard chest. This is a shard hunt after all. We're looking for 28 shards before we can get into Toph, as well as the key and the loot. That will be our end goal. Lit 3 at black level 5. I missed what white level 5 was. Soleras going to follow. Slightly behind Fleury, but not by much. I hope I'm saying that right, by the way, Soleras and Fleury. I have no idea how to pronounce names. I'm horrible with pronouncing names, so I apologize in advance if I am butchering them. Evil men are indeed evil. And mad cats are indeed mad. Alright, so 2 more shards for Fleury. Shards are tied to experience gains, so the more shards we have, the more experience we're going to be gaining. We are opting to skip the chest, the first chest there on Earth 3. Yeah, we're on Earth 3 now. I can count. I can only count to 4. Procape. Procape is it's a nice little bit of absorb for one of our casters. We're opting to save the white mage. Black mage is probably going to be in the dirt more often than not. Best to put all your absorb you can on your white mage to keep them up, keep the healing, keep the life charges going. Actually didn't see if we found life yet. I missed that. But Fleury onto the vampire. Vampire has toxic. White mage does make it through though with the fade cast, but our black belt and black mage are both down. We do have life at level 1. Okay. Life at level 1 and cure 4 at level 3. So that's a nice combo. Alright. Soleras pull in that chest that's Fleury skipped. Just cash. Nothing important. Fleury's not missing anything. Through the rod plate. Vampires with toxic is good to remember later on for when we make it into Sky. Well, if we do make it into Sky, that is. We're not going to want to take big packs of vampires. We're going to be hightailing it out of there as quick as we can. And Fleury pulling the crown. We're gonna go ahead and clear out the rest of these boxes. Most likely, as Felicin said, we're going to go ahead and probably skip out of this. We do have Fade and Nuke, so maybe we'll see a Lich Dive. No, we are exiting out. And we are going to go ahead and turn that crown in for now. Ooh, Burbs on Soleras' side. Doing what Burbs do best. Stone Touch. Vanilla Touch is turned on for this tournament. So, Cockatrice is in Earth, and there's a few other places I know they show up in. Stone Touch. Worst thing in the world. We did make it out of there. We used our softs. Got our party back up. I think I did see Harm 4 in level 5 white. Harm 4 is a nice spell. Finding Fate earlier, of course, is probably the better option, though. Soleras grabbing the crown. We're going to clear out the rest of these boxes, and we'll see if we decide to go further, or if we're going to also exit out. Looks like we are also choosing to warp out as opposed to exiting out. Maybe we don't have charges I didn't quite catch that. Maybe we forgot we had exit as well. But both our runners out of Earth Cave. We're opting to save Lich for a rainy day. Lich does give us 2 shards, so maybe we'll come back for it later on. Probably not. Earth Cave is not the most fun thing to have to dive. I feel with Nuke and Fade in tow, I would more than likely give it a shot. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, you know? Sun +5 pulled out of Dwarf Cave. When Soleras sees that, we're going to be regretting not going to check those 2 chests first. Maybe we could have taken the Lich out on the way down. Sun +5 is a fantastic sword. And looked like the canoe was going to be pulled off of Astos. Astos not putting up much of a fight for Fleury. We're through. We got the canoe. Now we're going to see if we can head to Volcano or if we are brave enough to head to Ordeals. I know, I hear from most people in the community, Ordeals is more than likely to have that floater. And that is what you really would like to get mobility to save time on the overworld. Bridge boss at 17 minutes. I missed if we saw that on Fleury's side, but more than likely I don't think we went up there. Soleras is checking Astos' closet, doing a little peek to see if that leftmost chest has an X on it. I missed it. It was very quick, but it's always nice to have that in the back of your mind. If we need one more shard at the end, that's where we can go to grab it. Alright, both runners with the canoe now. Looks like Fleury is heading down to the river dock down here. Gonna make our way into Volcano. With Adamant, TNT, and Crystal still out there, as well as the key, not a bad play, because we're more than likely going to have to be returning to the Inner Sea to do some type of ugly fetch chain. It's typically how these seeds go. We'll see how this goes. Into Volcano for Fleury. Pro Ring. Pro Ring is nice to see. We are going to equip that to the Black Belt. A Black Belt does need Absorb. Ooh, a 6-pack of Waters with Bane. This is not something we want to see. That is a nice party grind if we have the tools to do it. But we are going to want more levels, and I don't think we're going to be taking that just because of the Bane itself. Now, if we happen to find a couple of ribbons down here, maybe we'll consider it. But with Bane coming out, I think I'd pass on that every time. And Soleras also taking the wife out to the 6-pack of Waters. So far, lots of cash. I think I saw an ice armor pulled out of the armory. Ice armor is great for that fighter. We are peeping the hairpin chest to see if we got any shards sitting up here. So far, only the 1 or 2. No Xboxes in the armory floor at all. That is very sad and disappointing. Yeah, there was Ice plus 2, 5, 4, and a Mage Stick as well. Mage Stick will be... can be handy. Not so much in Volcano where everything is likely to be resistant to fire. Yeah, that is a good point, Felson. The waters that we're gonna see later on in the Kraken floors and all Sea Shine, that is not gonna be a fun time. We're gonna hope that we have some ribbons by that point, or lots of levels to have a improved MDef. Alright, both runners making our way through the lava floor, getting through this gross maze of a floor. It's not fun to walk this floor backwards. I'm slowly getting used to it, but it's still not a lot of fun. I get lost. It looks like our runners are on different encounter tables through here. Opal +5 helmet. That'll be nice for later. And we're through the Solo Grey Worm. We get the Chime. So, Ordeals is the play. Now, if Ordeals ended up being Chime locked, this would have been the smarter play to go here than having to go all the way to Ordeals to find Chime lock, to come all the way back to Volcano. So, runner's making a good choice coming down here and get the Chime. We don't have to worry about a Chime lock and the rest of the seed. We do also see a ribbon being pulled out down here. Fleury opting to exit out. I'm going to miss that ribbon. Maybe we'll find it later, but likely not. If we're going black belt strats, we're going to be skipping a lot of chests. Gold +4? No, gold +4. Gold +4 is a nice piece of chest armor for our mages. Our mages are almost full up on absorption early on. But these red giants are punching through and saying, yeah, you know what? We don't care about your absorb. You're going to go ahead and take a dirt nap anyway. Soleras still forgetting that we have exit magic on that white mage. We're opting to warp out. Whenever we find exit later on, we're going to be feeling pretty bad about that. I know I would. It's happened to me before. I've completely forgotten exit is even a thing that exists, and cry whenever I run out of warp charges trying to get out of a place like that. But both runners deciding to fade carry for now. It makes sense. Carry is something we can return to later on. It's rather a quick jaunt down to visit carry. Roughly about a minute and a half or so. Especially if we have a really good encounter, or a really good spot on the encounter table where we just don't have encounters for a good 50 to 100 steps. We can make it pretty far down that volcano without running into anything. Yeah, so far grind tiles have been pretty meh. There was that 6-pack of waters and Volcano, but they came with Bane, so we're not going to be taking that as a party grind at all. Progression is pushing us in through Ordeals. We are in the Ordeal maze now on Fleury's side. Ordeal's doing what it does best and trolling us through the maze. We do have warp, so this is going to make it a little easier to get through this. And Flurry through the maze. Let's see what Ordeals holds for us. Some OK Men with a Nightmare that's also... Oh, with a Toxic as well. That's definitely... And it took out both of our casters. Flurry trying to decide if we want to even continue. We're going to check some chests. We're going to see what we can pull out of here. Maybe we can get lucky. I don't feel too good about this at this point. I feel like I would personally reset. Dragon Armor. Dragon Armor is going to be nice to see on Soleras' side. Alright, Flurry taking the wipe. We're going to reset. We're going to retry this. Maybe we can get through the Nightmares and the OK Men without seeing Toxic. Trying to remember how we got through this maze. Alright, Flurry back up on the top floor. Let's see if we can get through this a little bit better. We're going to go ahead and throw a Fade out. Fade getting rid of the entire party, the entire enemy group. Alright, let's see how the Nightmare Evil Men do. Okay. Oh, Soleras able to run straight through it, but running into a 5-pack of Sorcerers. And we're staring at it like this is not what I wanted to see. We are going to make an attempt to run. And we make it through. This is why no one wants to come to Ordeals early, because Sorcerers with Death Touch. So far just a shard out of the one box. Dragon Armor picked up by Soleras. Made sure we cleared out some inventory space for anything else we want to pick up through here. So far the chests are being kind to us, giving us easy encounters. 2 shards. 5 more chests to go. And two marked boxes here. Oh, and a white shirt. That is a great pickup. White shirt casting Invis 2. That'll give us a nice bit of evasion later on. Another group of mummies. Mummies do have sleep touch. Can be quite bothersome. But we do have that Mage Stick, Fade Nuke. We're going to be able to take care of these pretty quickly. And there we find our incentive item, the Ruby. Going to send us down to visit the Titan and Sarda. 2 more incentive items for us. Flurry opting to just get out of dodge real quick. We don't want to even attempt that other box. It's not worth the chance that it could be Sorcerers, and then that just wipes your whole trip in. Does not feel good. Been there, done that. Let's move on to the next location. Alright, thanks Franklin, I appreciate your help. I will take over from here. Soleras pulls the Ruby. We're also opting to get out of here. Another ribbon pulled from Soleras that Flurry has skipped. Soleras up 2 ribbons to none. Hydras and Gators on that spike tile there, leaving Ordeals. Not something we're going to want to grind on. Alright, looks like Titans is going to be the Power Bonk. Power Bonk will be helpful later on, but it's not our progression. We're going to have to go see what Sarda has. What does the old man have in store for us today? It is the key. It's going to send us back to Canaria Locked. Once we can find a floater, we're also going to have access to Sea Shrine with that Oxio in tow. And get to the mermaid side. Get through the mermaid prison with all the locked doors. I'm calling TNT into crystal. Into adamant. Or some variation of that. Before we can get to that floater. The game's not going to be nice and just give us the floater right away, is it? It never is. And Soleras picking up that power bonk. Looks like one more shard being pulled out of Canaria Castle. Also noting those little juicy experience boxes. 3-man party, 1,000 experience each. It's not a lot, but it can be helpful to boost us up over. I see level 15 on Soleras' side on that fighter. It's a decent level to be at right now. And the crystal pulled out of Canaria Castle. Alright, let's go see what the witch has for us. Lazy dwarves. We do see a marked box in here. It's another shard for us. Who doesn't love a fetch quest? TNT! Alright. Now we are going to be able to loot the Dwarven Armory while we're down here. We got that key pickup already. 8 chests. Hopefully we're going to see at least one shard down there. And we do have lazy dwarves today. Alright. Fetch chain complete. And 2 marked boxes down here as a reward. With a Zeus Bonk pickup. That's going to be another helpful AoE item. Okay, Soleras not too far behind, having just picked up the TNT. Oh, did we walk straight past the Hooray Dwarf? That's alright. We've got to save the frames. We're racing here, you know? Soleras also walking past, hooray. And there we have our floater. We are in the air. Fleury going to be in the air at 35.25 roughly. Yeah, I think Fleury is still opting to look for that ribbon. However, I feel bad because Fleury skipped out on 2 chests that had ribbons that Soleras was able to pick up. One down in the Agama floor, just past where the incentive room was, and then also the last chest in Ordeals held a ribbon. Alright, floater picked up on Soleras' side, going to be in the air at 36.20-ish, and looked like the defense sword was pulled out of Cardia. That will help out. Give us some more evasion stacks later on. I don't recall if Fleury actually saw the fighter. I don't remember if we peeked the clinic that was in, but the fighter was picked up in Provoca by Soleras. So if we wanted to pick up the fighter, I think we would have done it earlier on. We did continue checking a few clinics afterwards. Maybe we're looking for a thief for evasion, but I mean, at this point, I don't know that I'd want it. Maybe we're going to pick up another mage just to have it. So they were opting to skip out on a lot of chests though once they found the incentive in Earth, and then the same for, or not Earth, yeah, Earth and Volcano and Ordeals. Once we found that incentive, we got out quickly. So it's curious to see where we're going with Fleury. We are opting to check the desert grind tiles. We're going to see what we can get from the encounters here. We do have a very quick encounter off the hard reset. Don't need to go that far south. Yeah, we're just being safe with it, you know? I have no idea where those lines cut off at. I know Mirage is kind of the center, but it's off by a little bit, and I couldn't tell you which direction it was, so... I know I often see runners will take the airship and land at certain locations just to have the make sure that we can get to all the quadrants. If Mirage isn't fully on screen, you're in the south half. Okay. That is good to know. Yeah, and I think if I was going to check, I usually don't check them that often, but I also am not lucky enough to have a black belt seed with an early encounter off the hard reset. So for me, checking the encounters up in desert, I just pass it. But that is good knowledge. Mirage is not fully on the screen. You're in the south half. And the west half starts if you take 3 steps west of Mirage entrance. That is fantastic knowledge to be dropping on me like this. I appreciate you both. Thank you, Fellison and Rubes. Also, I missed it from CC. Maybe we are looking for Amasa. Amasa would help out with a grind for that black belt, get us off the ground. Soleras finding the tail out of the waterfall. We're gonna go probably promote very quickly here. Yeah, looks like we're opting. Oh no, we are gonna go visit Onrak. Maybe we're just looking for a shop item still. And there it is, the slab. Slab pulled out of Onrak's shop. Looks like Fleury is happy with the steak and wings that we're finding off the hard reset over here. We are successfully danning the party. We're going to take that black belt online here just shortly. Yeah, I don't believe Fleury checked any of the other quadrants. Looks like they saw steak and wings and was happy with that and was just going to go with it. But yeah, I do agree. If there's a T-Rex somewhere else, this could feel bad. Maybe we're just going to take steak and wings up for a few levels to get us on off the ground. And then we'll go check the other quadrants and then head back here if we can't find anything else. We'll have to wait and see. We are level 21 now on that black belt. We are... Punch Cannon is getting online. Soleras promoting. I'm guessing we translated the slab. I was paying more attention to Fleury's side with the grind. So I did not see any inventory there. So I'm assuming we translated the slab. Also, we need to pick up magic down here at the superstore. We had about 100k worth of money. That should be able to get us most of the spells we want. And slab turning into the cube. We can go ahead and head up Sky. As we all know, Sky does provide. We're grabbing Warp on that night. We're gonna grab Nuke on the night. Quad X on the night. And Temper. Don't know that we've seen Fast yet. Checking level 7. Saber and Bane. We're opting to skip level 8 magic there. No, we don't want to start a new game. That would feel really terrible if the new game button wiped your save. I feel like that would need to be patched out for sure if that was a thing that happened in the vanilla ROM. I do the same things, you see. I do the same thing. Why am I hitting new game? Don't do this, don't do this. Reset, reset, reset. It's scary, even though, yeah, it doesn't do anything. Alright, so Soleras heading into Mirage Tower. Looks like we had 2 or 3 marked chests here. Grab a few shards and then probably head on up. Oh, a 4-pack of vampires. We saw Toxic with that earlier. Ineffective, first round, and we get the nuke off. Goodbye, vampires. Looks like we're at 12 shard count on Soleras' side. That makes me feel we're a little less than that on Fleury's side. Which means this grind is going to take a lot longer than it could if we would take a peek around to grab some more shards first. Oh, that is a good point, Fellison. We do have 2 ribbons. Toxic, we're not gonna bother with that. Greater than, less than, empty, and Soleras opting to skip chests. Soleras more than likely happy with the gear that we have. We do have 2 ribbons, and we're likely to run into that X-Cal here at some point. I didn't see us pick up a Vorpal or a Mossy just yet, but as I said before, the X-Cal with enough power behind it, we can make it through. Everything has Toxic? I missed what else had Toxic. Still opting to skip chests, even though we are on the sky floors where the incentive item could be at. It's an interesting play on Soleras' side. I don't know that I would be skipping chests just yet, having only found the power bonk and the defense sword. I still want that X-Cow. Unless we picked it up and I completely missed it, but I didn't see them equipping it either. Sky being quite dry, at least Sky Floor 1. No marked boxes on the Sky 1 floor. That is depressing. Still no marked boxes. Looks like Soleras was checking that top box there on the right. You can just peek it as you're walking through the door, if you're watching very closely. So we don't have to walk the whole way up in this room. We can just peek and grab that first box. And we do get a marked box finally. More disappointment as we're walking through the spider floor and sky. Finally, a second chest with an X on it. And I was able to peep, it looked like Fleury had either 8 or 9 shards. So we're only at plus 50% experience gain. And I just missed the level that we're at. But it looks like we're getting pretty high there. We're at 8 hits, so whatever. Yeah, we're level 35 now. We are going to take this to the moon. Soleras finding a roost stick out of some chests that we finally decided to open up. So far, only 2 shards pulled out. 1 more marked box. We'll see if this holds a shard or our key item. Another shard. Still hunting down that elusive key item. Still didn't catch if that was 8 or 9 shards, but we're roughly about that spot on Fleury's side. I think we're roughly about 15 shards now for Soleras. Maybe 16 after this encounter. A box full of whiz vamps. Some juicy experience. Hopefully we don't have anything nasty, or we can, we can nuke them down pretty quick. Another shard. Still looking for that key item. Only 4 boxes left to check, and we do finally pull the X-Cow. Skipping all those boxes on Sky 1 paid off in the end. Alright, so if my math brain is working out well for me, I would say we're going to pull the bottle out of Sea Shrine for the loot. I believe that is the only item we have yet to see. Fleury menuing way too fast for me to see what that black belt level is at. Still at 8 hits. We haven't hit the 10 hit mark yet. Still a little bit under 42. We're at 41 now. 1 more level and we're good to go. I think at 41, I think I would just go ahead and call it. We have enough damage to take care of the early fiends. We'll be able to hit that 42 mark before we get to Topher. We're opting to hard reset walk our way back to our floater. To our airship. Airboat. Whatever you want to call it. Soleras taking the right, up path in Sky 4. Almost correct. Right, down, right is the only way. It just feels right. I don't know what it is about right, down, right. It just feels right. Alright, Soleras pulling up to Tiamat. Looked like we had almost 3 full rows. Yeah, we do have 3 full rows of shards. So this will put us at 22 shards. We'll take a quick trip down to the mermaid side to grab the bottle to turn to the loot. Maybe we can find 2 more shards while we're down there. We'll take a quick trip over to Kraken and have all the shards we need to get into Topher. Fleury picking back up the party. Fleury likely to walk into the waterfall and find that tail and be very disappointed. We are opting to check the on-rack shop first. Alright, finding the slab. Let's see what we do here. We are going to head down into Sea Shrine first. So, Fleury will be able to grab that bottle out of here, make our way on over. Maybe we can find more shards out of Sea Shrine. Oh, I missed what happened. Soleras respecting Tia 1 too much. I don't know. Tia 1 can be quite scary. I've seen Tia 1 do some nasty things this past week. I feel like I would play just a little safe. Alright. Soleras heading down into Sea Shrine. Fleury in the mermaid floor. So far we see 1 chest. Oh, thank you. Forgot that I'm clicking buttons over here. And the bottle pulled out. So let's see if we have any more marked boxes down here. Saw 1 more in the Bubbles room. 1 more in Legendary's room. That'll be the 2 shards Soleras will need after finding this loot, and then we're going to head straight on over. Or the bottle, I mean. The bottle into the loot. That's what it is. It's one of these things. Soleras taking a moment to think if we want to open any boxes. Maybe trying to remember how many shards we have. Only 11 shards for Fleury's side. That grind took enough time to allow Soleras to do the entire skydive. Roughly about 10 minutes. Alright, Soleras finding the last shard, exiting out, saving, and we're going to take a trip down to Kraken. Fleury pulling all the shards we can out of the mermaid side, has the bottle. We're going to also head on down to see what we can do with Kraken. Maybe we'll check a few chests along the way to find a few more shards. does not appear to be many shards down here. Looks like we found one shard for Fleury. We didn't opt to check the entire bit of Sharknado floor, but we probably feel a little bit behind here, and we want to just rush to get as many shards as we can. Alright, and Fleury through Kraken. Sitting at 16 shards now. We are opting to take a dip into Waterfall. Hoping that maybe we can find the loot here and we don't have to go turn these the bottle and the slab in. Gonna be very disappointed when we find that tail. Maybe we'll take it, maybe we'll use it for the Black Mage and the White Mage. Get them up into their promoted statuses. Soleras through Kraken. We are now in go mode on Soleras' side. Looks like we're heading into Gaia. Oh, that's right. We have to turn the bottle in to get the loot. That's what we need. We do, in fact, need the loot. And like I said, as long as... I don't think I missed anything. Yeah, this is the loot. Okay. Now we are in go mode. That would be me heading straight for the loot plate and bonking off the loot plate if I was competing. I'm in go. I've got the shards. I can go. Let's do this. Oh, Fleury finding the final ribbon in Waterfall. I assume that Soleras picked that up. So Soleras probably having 3 full ribbons. Fleury at least being able to find one to put on that white caster. Finding the tail, but we're going to exit out and keep this. No, no one's ever bonked off the loot plate before. That's never happened. That's not a thing. Alright, and Soleras into Toph for about a little under 59 minutes. Pulling into Lich 2. As we all know, Lich 2 does lead off with the nuke. And there it is. Nuke taking out the Black Mage. White Mage able to still stand. We're through Lich. We do have some life and secure magic. We're going to pull that Black Mage back up. Power on through to carry. Did you actually, Felly? I am so sorry to hear that. That's better than what I did. I think I would rather take the bonk off the loot plate than resetting after the entire skydive. And Vaughn also, we also did it against Darren Dries. Yeah, it can happen. It's easy to do. You think you're in go mode, and whoops, we're not in go mode. Soleras through carry 2. Carry 2 taking that Black Mage out. We do not like the Black Mage in Topher. It hurt to watch. It hurt to have it happen. I'm not gonna lie. That was painful to have that happen. But all right, Soleras on a Kraken 2. We are throwing out a white shirt. We're gonna fast the Knight. I'm assuming the Knight threw out a power bonk. No, we're just gonna swing and hope for the best. One hit for 264. We're gonna need some locks. Do we have lock? I don't know that we have lock magic. We're gonna hope for the best. Another swing. 4 hits for 688. We are slowly making our way. Kraken punching out the Black Mage. So far, all 3 Fiends do not want that Black Mage to live, making us waste all of our precious life magic. And thank you. Welcome in, Raiders, from Golden Shocker's channel. Catching the end of the rebroadcast of Soleras versus LQFleury14. Fleury had taken a grind out in the desert off of a stake and wing tile, and Soleras opting to pick up the Knight early on, and we're going with Knight strats. Ruse coming out on the White Mage, fast coming out for the Knight. Knight is opting to power bonk. Another Ruse. We're gonna temper. No, maybe. We're not quite sure. We're gonna nuke. We're gonna nuke down Tia 2. Ruse probably saving the White Mage's life. We're gonna opt to cure 4 ourselves. Ice 2 coming out. We're gonna laugh at that. 6 hits for 1164. All right, Tia 2. One more swing. We should be good here. Tia 2 down. We're gonna be on to Chaos here in just a moment. We're gonna have to deal with these vampires with Toxic here for just a moment. These are quite annoying. Taking out the Black Mage. Maybe we don't have a ribbon equipped to the Black Mage, but I could have sworn we picked up 3 of them along the way. It also could just be a 3 and 256 because the game hates us. Black Mage not having a great time in Topher. Alright, on the Chaos floor. Pulling up onto Chaos here in just a moment. Do we have any inventory that we need to figure around? We don't have a 3rd ribbon. I could have sworn we picked that up. Maybe I missed it. Maybe we accidentally tossed it. Oh, maybe we didn't check the chest in Waterfall. Maybe that's why we don't have the 3rd ribbon. Alright, Power Bonk coming out on the Knight. Fast coming out. Chaos opting to Ice 3. We're going to push through that spell list really fast. White Mage casting Ruse. Not quite sure if we want to use that last cast because it has our life spell on it, so we're going to use the white shirt to pump up the invasion stacks. Chaos lit 3. Slow 2 is on deck. We're going to try and save that Black Mage's life as best as we can. We want to make sure that if Chaos decides to slow 2 our Knight, we have that fast cast available. More evasion strats coming out. We're going to cast Heal 3 off the White Mage. Slow 2 landing on the White Mage. Perfect. Now we are holding off for a Cure 4 to come out from Chaos. We are going to opt to swing and see how much damage we can do. 7 hits for 1052. More Tempers coming out. We're going to power this Knight to the moon. Cure 4 coming out from Chaos. Now we have the green light to just go. All damage. We're going to cast another nuke. Never mind. Crack takes out the Black Mage. 8 hits for 1152. Inferno coming out. 4 hits for 451. That does not feel so good. There's now 3 hits for 732. Chaos a bit dodgy. 5 hits for 833. One more hit should do us. Chaos casting fast. It's a free turn for us. And 6 hits for 845. GG's to Soleras. Official racetime.gg time of something or other. I have it pulled up on my screen somewhere around here. I was perfect on the time. 105.15 from Soleras. GG's. Alright. Fleury still making our way through Sky at the moment. Also not having near as much luck with the boxes. Feeling pretty bad about it. Sky did not provide as much as it normally does. I think we found 2 boxes on Spider Floor and maybe 3 shards on Sky 3. Alright, Twin Edwards. Black belt doing 2,000 damage. This black belt's gonna make Topher look like a piece of cake. Alright. After this, we are going to have another rebroadcast. We're going to be watching the Phoenix versus Clementitas round 1. Or game 1, round of 32. And then we'll have a few more after that if we can get through them today. I'm going to try to get through all the rebroadcasts before the series of games that are happening late tonight. Apologize, I'm getting things set up in the background here for the next race. Alright, Fleury through Sky up onto the Tia floor. Punching through this fighter that's standing in our way. Alright, these will be our last 3 shards that we need here. Tia 1, not going to stand a chance. We are going to go ahead and cast Fast and Wall on the Black Mage. 16 hits, 1841. Tia 1 just goes down. Alright, and there are our shards. We did pick up the loot already. We are in go mode, and we're going to be heading straight for Toph. Alright, into Topher at 109.47. We're going to make quick short work of these fiends. Level 42 plus black belt with some fast casts. These fiends aren't going to know what hit them. Oh, Lich casting nuke, taking out the rest of our party. We are going to solo black belt this. We are level 47 on the black belt, though. Let's just power through this. These fiends they're not going to bother us. Oh, only 60 heal pots? Oh, we're down to 51 heal pots now. We're chugging heal pots like crazy. Hopefully we can get turn order and we can get through some of these bosses. Carry 2 down. Didn't even get a chance to say hi. Black belt said, "Nah, get out of my face. We're going through here." Water's trying to cast Bane, but our black belt probably has max MDef at this point. We're just gonna be worried about being damaged down. Trance and X-Fur. Oh wow. Trance X-Fur Bane. Let's see what the Nagas have. These waters were not going to be pleasant. I'm glad nobody tried to take a grind on these. We saw the Bane early and we said, let's get out of here. These waters are trying their best to delay the black belt from seeing chaos. They are the common encounter on this floor, apparently. Boy, this does not feel good. Also, damage poison. Someone had damage poison. That might have been the Nagas. Fire 2 was also on the water spell list. Ouch. Alright. Naga Water Pack finally defeats the black belt. We are going to head straight back in, though. We are not giving up. Through the loot plate again. Let's see if we can get turn order on Lich 2 this time. Alright, black belt punch, Lich 2 down. Into carry 2. Oh, we have life 2 and lamp on that black mage. Interesting. Carry 2 down. Oh, yes, if you read Nintendo Power, everybody knows A Fire helps against Nuke. It doesn't. Alright, fast coming out on the black mage, or the black belt. Punch mage, that's what it is. Kraken seeing white, Kraken punching out the white mage, but the black belt punches Kraken back out. Another water pack. We're throwing Nuke out on the black mage, but the black mage is now down again. Alright, we are through the water floor, though. Pulling up onto Tier 2. A lot more heal pots in tow. 7 hits, 1177. One more punch should do this. Tier 2 down. Nintendo Power also told me to use Stop against Tier 2. I tried it once in a race years ago. I imagine that didn't go very well for you. Alright, we are going to put the power bunk on the black belt. Pulling into chaos. We're going to opt to go straight for power bonking. We're not even going to bother... Oh, okay. One ruse. 3 hits for 594. We're going to need a few more good punches out. 5 hits for 650 something. Crack coming out. Another 4 hits for 600 something. Lit 3 coming out. Chaos missing. 5 hits for 951. And there it is. GG's to Fleury. Topher was not kind to us, but we managed to pull through in the end. Alright, as I said, we are going to take a short break, and then we're going to come back in about 5 to 10 minutes with Phoenix versus Clementitas, round of 32, game 1. We're going to put on some music for you all in the meantime. Apologize if this hurts your ears. I'm not going to crank it too hard, too fast. But yeah, we'll be back in just a few short moments.